Hey guys, Sam here. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I'm back. So today's video is about how to avoid and prevent scams. So let's get into it. Now, what you sell could affect if you are going to be scammed. Now, for new sellers, these are a target because scammers are very smart, they know what they're doing, and they know that new sellers are going to be more susceptible to being tricked into giving them money or items for free, basically. So when you're new, don't sell things that are super expensive. Like, if you're a brand new seller, don't sell a $500 item or a $1,000 item. Sell smaller things, like keep it at a max of like 100 or maybe 200. Even that's a little high. Keep it at like a max of $100 of things you're selling, because the bigger the price tag and the smaller the seller, the bigger the target for scammers who think they can get basically a free drone or a free watch from you because they're going to scam you. Now, electronics by themselves are just very prone to being scammed. People like to say, "Oh, I got it and it's not working," and then they force a return and they return nothing, or they return a rock that weighs approximately the same amount as the electronic thing weighed, and then you're out of luck. You're out of your item, and that's that. And then they get their money back. So, yeah, be careful with electronics and watch out for that. There's ways to prevent that it didn't work stuff, like take pictures of the thing working before you put it in the box so you can use that in a case if you have to. If eBay is saying, okay, you sent a defective item, you could be like, no, here's pictures of it working. So that's a little tip for that. Now, when someone buys something from you, you will get a notification that if you're doing buy it now, that you got a buyer, someone bought it, or someone made an offer. Now, let's say you either agree on an offer or your item is purchased now. Someone clicks buy it now and it's purchased. When that person buys your item, you get to see some things. First, you can see their account, and it will tell you which address to ship to. So first, you're going to want to do research. You're going to do a lot of research to not be scammed. So first, click on this person's account. How long have they been on eBay? What kind of feedback do they have? How much feedback do they have? And where are they located? Those are the things you're going to want to look for. I personally am located in the United States and do not sell to anyone internationally. So if you're in the US, you can buy from me. If you're not in the US, you're out of luck. I don't do international shipping, and that's my policy. If you guys feel comfortable with it, at least make a list of places outside your country or possibly inside your country that you feel comfortable shipping to, and if someone buys from you that's not on that list, don't ship it to them. And you should also look up areas that eBay has blacklisted. For example, I had some sketchy buyers from Nigeria, and I talked to some eBay representatives about it, and they even told me that Nigeria is blacklisted for eBay, so I can't exactly sell there anyway. So yeah, make sure you trust the location of the person and match that with the ship to location. Now, when you get the shipping label, it'll tell you what address you're shipping to. Now, before you send the item, before you even buy the shipping label and print it out, if you're going to pay for shipping, or if they're going to pay for shipping, before you even print the shipping label out, put that address in Google Maps and check where that thing is. Make sure that it's a house, because it could be a warehouse, it could be a park somewhere. That's sketchy. You don't want to send an item to not a residence. Now, if it's like an assisted living home or something, that's cool, but be careful. Like if someone wants you to ship to a motel or an area that doesn't really have any buildings in it, like it's just kind of an open area, don't exactly ship there. Be careful with that. So yeah, punch that address into Google Maps and make sure it's a real place and it's a house. You know. So yeah, that one's a big tip, and I found that out by dealing with these buyers from Nigeria that I suspected were from Nigeria because I put in the address that they wanted me to ship to. It was a warehouse that ships to Nigeria. So that's when I realized, okay, this is a scam. Now, you're going to get the shipping label. So do that before you print the shipping label out, because if you find something that you don't like when you put in the address, it's a pain in the ass to cancel the order and go through that and give a reason, but you still have the item. You still have your thing, and you can send the money back. You can refund the buyer. If, let's say, the buyer sends you $100, you have the clock or whatever you're going to send them, I don't know, and then you put in their address, you see that it's an abandoned warehouse, sketchy, cancel the order, you can send them back their money. Yeah, it's a shame you didn't get paid, but you still got your item. Another thing you should watch out for that has happened to me a few times, if somebody offers you more money than you're asking, huge red flag. That's either a scammer who sees a low feedback new seller who is going to be tricked by, wow, $100, I'm only asking for $80. Or it's somebody who hacked somebody's account and wants to screw with somebody by sending you money for an item that they don't need, or it's a prank or something. It's not good. If somebody offers you more money than you're asking, bad idea. Don't take it. Another huge red flag, if somebody messages you on eBay or on email or anything, hey, can you ship the item to a different address, not the one that's on the shipping label? Never, ever do that. No matter what sob story they give you, no matter what reason they have for why you shouldn't ship to the address on the shipping label, it is a scam. Because what they'll do is they will claim item was not received, because if they're emailing you, you have that on email, but then on eBay, you don't have that. So I'll get to that in a minute, but they'll say, item was not received at my address on the shipping label, and I want a refund. They get a refund, they get back the cash, and you lose your item. So, one more tip, always communicate with a buyer on eBay and always keep a record. Every message that you send to a buyer, do it through eBay, and if you're skeptical, or just to be safe, take pictures of the messages. Take pictures of who sent it, when it was sent, and things like that. So you have a record if someone is trying to scam you. So yeah, those are my tips on how to avoid being scammed. And sorry, I want to apologize for that little interruption in the middle, that cut that seemed kind of random. I was just interrupted, and I felt instead of redo the whole thing, I'll just start from where I was. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments any topics you'd want me to discuss in future videos, or any scams that you might have been involved in, or people that tried to scam you. And obviously, be kind. No names. Don't say anybody's name or their eBay username. Just let me know if you've ever been scammed, or if someone tried to scam you, how you got out of it. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.